Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. Let's go.
Bops and Bangers.
Bops and Bangers begins now. With Peter Stavros and Melanie Ford.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bops and Bangers Podcast. My name is Peter and I'm joined by Melanie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
Well, kind of. We haven't done a podcast since October.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
But we've had some interviews. So we are now on YouTube, which is cool. We've had some interviews with Perez Hilton and Chloe Wilder. But we are still doing the podcast. And if you listen to the podcast, you can also watch us on YouTube now. So we're on camera. It's all good. Do you like being on camera?
No.
No. I don't mind it. I feel like we're just talking and like
I think it's okay. It's just I'm just not, I guess we're just not used to it because we're used to just talking over audio so much. I'm just not used to it. But
I mean technically we do this all the time because we always record on Zoom.
Right.
But once it's done, like once it's uploaded and you go on YouTube and you see yourself, that's when you're like, oh God. But it's okay. It's just like people are eavesdropping on our Zoom conversation.
Our Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Welcome to our meeting. But yeah, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was full of sports. Football. Yeah. It's coming up.
The Super
Bowl.
Before we get to that, this whole Tom Brady thing. So obviously Tom Brady is retiring, and last Friday the story was leaked to the press, or somehow the press got it. And one thing that was mind blowing to me, two things. One of them was like the way the story came out, and another thing was that the NFL actually also announced it.
Yes.
Like, what's going on? So it's official, right? But then like a few minutes later, his father was saying no. He's not retiring. And everyone was like, what?
It was very much like he hasn't made any decisions, right? I don't know what that was about.
And then on Monday, he's like, yep, I'm retiring. Which to me, it just made the whole thing very lame. Like when I was on my phone on Monday, I got the notification. I was like, we knew it. Like it just didn't make a difference anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it fell flat. It really, not to say, I mean, he's had an amazing career. And when they first announced it, it was like, okay, it was somewhat expected. And then for them to kind of double back and say, no, he's not made any formal notification yet. I think they just wanted to get their ducks in a row, I guess, before they actually announced it. But yeah, it kind of fell flat because of that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking he was going to wait. Like, retire but announce it later in the year, maybe. I don't know. Or do you think it's better to do it now?
Yeah, I mean, if he already had plans and he had told people, it's gonna get out. So true. I guess he tried to get ahead of it, and
it got out.
Still got away from him. But it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, true.
So
it's a big story.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, the Super Bowl happening next week. Who are you rooting for?
Oh,
I want to see.
People are gonna be mad, but I'm all about the underdogs, so I am rooting for the Bengals this time. So we'll see if they win. Look at your face. What do you?
And look, I'm no football expert, obviously, but I like football and I watch it only during the playoffs, mostly. To be honest, but I don't care for either team, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
However, I like the whole hometown thing going on. They're playing it in LA.
You're going for LA. I mean, I I mean, not to talk about football on a music podcast, but
It's fine. Everyone, not everyone.
but no, they do have the advantage, right? Because it's their home stadium. But that's why I want to root for the underdogs.
Well, and when was the last time that like a Super Bowl or a home team played?
Hosted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Has it happened? It has, right?
I want to say it has, but I just can't tell you the last time off the top of my head. But it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game. I don't think it's going to be like a shutout. So
True.
We'll see.
Yeah. So go LA, I guess. One thing that I am looking forward to is the halftime show. It's going to be cool.
Yes.
You have Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre,
Eminem,
Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
That's it, right? 5.
Yeah.
So should be good.
It's gonna be a good performance. We'll see. We'll see how they work that out.
It sounds like a lot of people.
Yeah.
They've done that before, but I don't know. You only get 12 minutes, so.
Yeah, it's true. It'll be good.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. So speaking of the Super Bowl, the segues are on point today. So the Janet Jackson documentary, long-awaited documentary, came out last weekend. It was a 2-part. I haven't finished watching it yet. I haven't started watching it, to be honest, but I haven't, because I was watching football. But one of the biggest stories that came out of it was the whole Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson situation from the Super Bowl in 2004, I believe.
Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah.
The famous wardrobe malfunction. And so Janet, let's kind of set this up. So over the years, there's been this, it's not even conspiracy because a lot of it is true, that Janet was blacklisted maybe by executives at CBS and other companies after that happened, and while Justin Timberlake's career kept going, right? So his career was going well. They pulled her from the Grammys. He was at the Grammys, and and some people even blame this or not. I mean, she's had a great career, obviously.
Yeah.
But they feel like it stalled after that, and she would have been bigger. And a lot of people have been blaming Justin then,
Timberlake,
right?
yeah.
Like the hate, and especially now with the Free Britney thing, where he was also involved. It's just been going on and on and on. And then on her documentary, I'm going to read it really fast. This is what Janet said about this whole situation. She said, "This whole thing was blown out of proportion. And of course, it was an accident that should not have happened. But everyone is looking for someone to blame. And that's got to stop. Justin and I are very good friends. And we will always be very good friends. We just spoke a few days ago. He and I have moved on. And it's time for everyone else to do the same." So my question, I'm going to throw a question up there, is do you think, considering what she said, do you think she waited this whole time, knowing that Justin was getting hate, just to kind of get something back from it? Like, not her, but like get back at him, since, her career, she was pulled from all these shows.
I mean, from the perspective I had with all of this happening, I heard a lot of people blamed him. A lot of people were upset that he didn't support her while all of this was happening, because she, in a sense, got blackballed or blacklisted, and he didn't speak up. So knowing that this documentary was well anticipated, I think it was a good time for her to address the situation on her terms, right? I still feel Justin Timberlake didn't do enough, personally, to defend her in this situation, because he benefited, right, from it. But I think it was nice that she was able to do that on her terms, and that she was able to paint a picture of, look, leave it alone. I'm good. and leave Justin alone as well. But I still think that he could have done some more over the years.
I mean, one thing that came out of the documentary was that he invited her back to perform at the Super Bowl when he performed in 2018, I believe it was, and she declined. Not that it would make up for everything that happened, but I mean, because you're saying he wasn't trying to.
Yeah, but was he doing it as a genuine do-over, or was he doing it for more publicity?
Both, maybe. Because I mean, she said they are friends, and they've been friends. So, but at the same time, I feel like she could have said that a long time ago, and the whole thing would have stopped too. I'm not blaming her because obviously she got the worst part, like, you know. But
yeah, I do think that, again, the whole Jackson, for the most part, especially with Michael and with Janet, they are known for their lack of response sometimes. They're keeping things close to the cuff, right? Like so for her to not fully comment on this until now, it's not uncommon for her, right? Like, there have always been rumors about her. There have always been rumors about Michael Jackson. There's and not to say that they don't respond, but they don't respond very well. Like, so I don't know. I think I want to say that this documentary allowed her to clear it, or maybe that's her hope, is just to finally clear it and not say anything else about it. But I really wish Justin had said something before.
True. Or maybe he asked her to do this. You know, he was like, "Hey, please, can you say something
in your documentary? Can you mention that?" I don't know how close they are.
I mean, she makes it sound like they talk. Like, she was like, "We just spoke a few days ago," so I don't know.
Well, did they just speak because she was going to mention it? You know, like, hey, let me call Justin Timberlake to make sure he's okay with me mentioning to leave him alone. Because it was in the documentary, so I'm sure she had to get some level of permission to speak about the situation. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, would she have to, though? Like, why would she have to ask for permission? Like, it's something that happened in her life. Oh, true. But maybe you just give them, like, a heads up. You're like, hey, I'm going to say this.
Right. And maybe that was what the phone call was. I just don't know. I've never seen them go out for lunch. So when people say, oh, I'm friends with I take that with a grain of salt. If I don't see you all having lunch together, I don't know if you guys are really friends. So I don't know.
But even, like, I mean, Janet's very private. You know what I mean? Like, she's very, you don't see her out having lunch at all.
True. But I mean, celebrities are private, but it would be, different if you see her posting photos with, like, even if it's private, like, she's posted photos with other people that she's met, she's seen, she's hooked up with, like, on the street, she sees someone else. Like, we've seen that. So I don't know.
True.
I've not seen one of Justin.